And he said, "Truly, I say to you, no prophet is acceptable in his own country. But in truth, I tell you, there were many widows in Israel in the days of Elijah, when the heaven was shut up 3 years and 6 months, when there came a great famine over all the land. And Elijah was sent to none of them, but only to Zarephath, in the land of Sidon, to a woman who was a widow. And there were many lepers in Israel in the time of the prophet Elisha, and none of them was cleansed, but only Naaman the Syrian. When they heard this, all in the synagogue were filled with wrath, and they rose up and put him out of the city, and led him to the brow of the hill on which their city was built, that they might throw him down headlong. But passing through the midst of them he went away. Jesus started his ministry in his own town. In the synagogue, he read Isaiah and said the prophecy was fulfilled in him. This made the townspeople angry, and they accused him of blasphemy. They tried to kill him by taking him to a hill to throw him off. But miraculously, Jesus walked through them and escaped safely. God allowed the evil of Jesus' death to happen, but only at the right time. This story shows that escaping death early in his ministry was part of God's plan. God had more missions for Jesus before his ultimate sacrifice for our salvation. This teaches us that God sometimes permits evil because of free will. When people choose evil, God allows it to continue, but only if it can ultimately honor him and bring good. He does this in his timing. Choosing sin harms our relationship with God, but staying faithful allows God to use external evil for his glory. Jesus' passion and death brought more good than the evil itself. God allowed it when it was his will. Today, remember that any suffering you face can help glorify God and save souls. If God permits hardships, they can share in the power of the cross. Embrace your struggles. Trusting God has a greater purpose. Surrender your pain, believing God can work wonderfully through it.